Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. Yesterday we got a bunch of big news for Hearthstone, and Blizzard has been giving us some clarifications throughout the night, so now we have a pretty good idea of what's going on. So two things are going to happen in the near future. One is that we're going to get new hero portraits for 1000 wins. There are some examples here, and the other one, the really big one, the one that this video is all about. 20 wild cards will return to standard format for a limited period of time, and among those cards will be Nezoth the Corruptor and Ragnaros the Firelord. Here is the text of the official announcement available on Play Hearthstone. It's great time to throw Venture 2 or 23 in the gears. We're going to be pulling some of the most popular and game-changing cards from across Hearthstone history, including Ragnaros the Firelord and Nezoth the Corruptor out of Wild, and dropping them back into standard for a limited time. To ensure that everyone can participate in this meta-mixing event, we'll be granting everyone free copies of each card. These copies cannot be disenchanted or crafted, so they can add these heavy hitters to their decks. These cards will be considered event cards, means that they're temporary copies. When the event ends, they will disappear. So 23 big cards coming, you will be able to play with them for free, you won't be able to gain any dust from this event. And some further clarifications we have had. One of them is that these are not going to be considered classic cards, so Zephrys is not going to give you any of these as discover options. And another one, a big one that came in the night, Hearthstone Esports. All of the cards that are returning to standard for a limited time will be playable at Masters Tour Bucharest. More details will be available in a block update on October 4th, including the full list of 23 cards. But rumor has it that some players, such as the GM players, already have access to all the cards, and there is a leaked list of 23 cards that has been doing rounds in Competitive Age's Discord and on Twitter. Now, obviously, this leak has not been confirmed. The only cards that have been confirmed 100% are Ragnaros and Nezoth. But let's look at what the leak list says and what that would mean for the metagame. According to the leaks, this would be the neutral set that we would be getting. Ragnaros, Nezoth, Sylvanas, Emperor Torsan and the Curator. And these are some really powerful cards. We're seeing a lot of Highlander decks at the moment. Highlander decks love their powerful legendary cards, and this would give Highlander decks a big power boost. Ragnaros, Sylvanas easily added. Nezoth the Corruptor. Many interesting ways to use it. My all-time favorite deck is Nezoth Warrior, but without the Daihon Hatchling I don't think Nezoth the Corruptor is necessarily going to bring back Nezoth Warrior. But Nezoth the Corruptor could be used in Druid, which can multiply it. It could be used potentially in Warlock, which can multiply it. If you remember my King Faoris contra Warlock, then that could be built with Nezoth as well. Or it could be used in Shaman with Shudderbox, so there are lots of potential Nezoth decks out there. Emperor Torsan, of course, has always been a huge combo card. Can't wait to see what we can get done with that. And then there's the Curator. Draw Beast, Dragon and Murloc from your deck, but the Dragon package right now is pretty weak, so I'm not quite sure how the Curator can best be used in the current meta. As for the class cards, the leak is saying that we're going to get 2 cards for each class. For Druid, those would be Khun the Forgotten King and Astral Communion. Astral Communion has always been kind of a meme card, I don't expect that to really make a change in the meta, but Khun the Forgotten King, choose one. Gain 10 armor or refresh your mana crystals. This has been part of some pretty scary combo decks. Right now there's no Aviana to use with it, but there is the Quest and there is Floop. So what would a Quest Druid say to a free 7/7 and 10 armor? I could say, yeah, sure, I can take that. We'll see if even some combo applications can be come up with. Rogue is getting Shaku the Collector and Swashbuckler according to leaks. Not the most powerful cards ever. Some interesting buffs to Quest Rogue though, because assuming you're not playing a Rogue Mirror, then Shaku Swashbuckler can activate your quest pretty quickly. Swashbuckler is also a pirate, if that becomes relevant at some point. According to the leaks, Shaman is getting Thing from Below and Evolve. Thing from Below, Totems, Evil Totem, some hefty discounts coming, and Evolve. Evolve with stuff like Thing from Below, with stuff like Mogu Flesh Shaper. That is one scary card. We're already seeing how Mogu Flesh Shaper and Mutate is so good. And think about what Evolve can do on a whole board with Quest Shaman. Yeah, that's just really scary stuff. It's not quite as scary as this. This is possibly the scariest stuff that's coming, if the league is correct. Flamewaker. Flamewaker for a meta where Mana Cyclone is still available. That is just spells and spells and spells and random damage everywhere. That's really scary. Also Babbling Book. Iconic card. It can even decide championships, you know. As for Warlock, Warlock is still not getting tools that would help control Warlock. Imp Gang Boss, okay, nice 2-guard. Renounced Darkness. I think it's still going to be a meme. Changing your class randomly to something else and getting some discounts, I just don't see that really happening. Priest is getting some interesting stuff because Light Bomb. Light Bomb is such a great removal tool. And oh boy, Priest is having so much removal right now. What about this sort of Resurrect style? Priest, Control Priests. Priest doesn't really have an OTK combo now without Mind Blast, so I don't know. But still, more removal for Priest can really help some heavy control style Priest decks, and Vol'jin, phenomenal minion. Warrior should be getting Bloodhoof Brave and Varian Rain. Bloodhoof Brave would slot in very nicely in the current aggro warrior builds. You damage it a little bit, you copy it with the Mercenary. Scary stuff. Varian Rin saw some play in Tempo Warrior, but overall it just isn't quite that strong, using your entire turn to maybe get something from your deck. And finally Paladin, Mysterious Challenger and Avenge. If this is true, these are the cards that made Secret Paladin a thing. And Secret Paladin, it doesn't really see a lot of play right now, but I was actually able to build a quite nice Secret Paladin on a budget by using Reborn minions and heavily abusing the Reborn mechanic together with Redemption. And with Reborn minions and Mysterious Challenger and Avenge. Yeah, even Secret Paladin could get pretty scary. So Tempo Mages, Secret Paladins, Nesot decks, Evolve Shamans. This is going to be a really big deal for the meta if the league is correct. Next week we're going to get the blog post with the official list, but the possibilities, even if these are not the right cards, even if the cards are something else, then you can already see that just putting in a bunch of powerful wild cards in the standard format has the potential to change the meta a lot. We'll find out more next week.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more.